Hey, yo, everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Um, yeah, I haven't done a YouTube video for a while, and so I figured I would do an update video. One of the things I definitely want to mention, um, I have been watching Glee. Yes, I know, I know. I mean, it's like, who would watch Glee? But I mean, who wouldn't watch Glee? And it all started. I have a Netflix account, and I saw Glee. Actually, I saw it advertised on a DVD I have of Fame, and the Fame 2009 movie, the newest one. And they kept playing that, and I was just kind of curious of it, and Um, I saw it at Netflix, so I think I'll try the first video, the pilot, see how it is, and that's all it took. Watching that first pilot, and it was like, hey, this is a pretty good show, because I used to watch Fraggle Rock back in the day, and I liked it, and this is kind of like Fraggle Rock. Um, in a sense that pretty much every single episode they're singing about something, even though the songs are more modern songs. My hat just seems crooked for whatever. I'm looking at myself and my hat seems crooked. It's my Star Wars hat, you know. And I don't know. I bought it quite a while ago. It just seems crooked. Either that or my head is crooked. I don't know, one of the two. But anyways, I just started watching Glee and on Netflix. Saw the 2 seasons. Did my marathon showings because I actually do a lot of those marathon showings. Sometimes I do marathon showings on YouTube, sometimes on Netflix, and sometimes on Hulu Plus. All depends on what I'm interested in at the time. And sometimes I will actually pull down some podcasts. Remember those? Back in what 2004, 2005. Little audio shows that you know, uh, we used to all produce. People still do produce podcasts now, but it's not the same as it was when it first started. But they're still good. And I still like producing. I'll always love producing. Now, if I can just find a job, or a career producing, where I can actually make some money at this, that would be awesome. I did go back to school. I know I was doing a design series. I think I only got to 4 or 5, and I think the last one was why I don't like iTunes. And I don't like iTunes because they're not Amazon. You know, um, that's Anyways, that's you want to hear that? Go to that video. Um, so yeah, so I decided to go back to school. Basically because my job is just so frustrating, and ever hate your job? I know there's a lot of people that probably do hate their jobs, but one thing, when I tell people that I really hate my job, they tell me, well, at least you have a job. And it's like, oh, really? Have you ever had a job that you never liked, that, no one actually takes you seriously at? So I have no idea why people say that. Um, Anyways, hopefully I will get another job. Um, Even if the new job watches this video. That's something I could probably do. put a video resume. I haven't seen video resumes, but that would be like perfect. To um it'd be a perfect use of YouTube, especially if you have a blog or a website. You do a video resume and then post it up on to your website. So you have like this whole website. um, it's like, oh, here's my resume, and you give the URL. Hey, they gotta look on the web anyways just to see what kind of person you are, you know. So, might as well like, you know, take advantage of it. Now, my hat is definitely crooked. It's either that or it's the visor. I don't know. Maybe it's just my head. I don't know. Something's crooked. It's an old hat too. You know. Looks straight now. Maybe I just put it on wrong. So let's see. What was I doing? Yeah. I also went back to school for interior design, and I actually start my design classes this autumn. I can't wait. Just talking to the lady that's in charge of the design program and on email, and I just her views of design. I can't wait to actually be in her class and just kind of like, you know, see, see the type of instructor she's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be a great one. But I'm excited by it. I am taking 2 classes now. They're electives. Taking public speaking, doing a persuasive one, and I had thought of like, the speeches that I do in public speaking class. I could probably do them on YouTube. Even though doing a video on YouTube, um, it's not the same as public speaking because the only person I see is me. It is me. I don't see a whole audience. I know that there's an audience out there. Maybe not 10,000 people. One day I'll have 10,000 views on one of these videos. Maybe this video will be the one. You know, but it's not the same. Because when you're talking live to an audience, um, I don't know, it's just different. Because if you suck as a speaker, you're gonna see it in your audience. You know, they'll start falling asleep, and you'll start hearing in the front row. One of those things. So I mean, if someone's sleeping now, I don't hear it. Anyways, so the other class I'm taking is critical thinking, which I needed a humanities course, and that sounded interesting. And it's an online course. I've never taken an online course before, and it's definitely interesting. Definitely a lot of reading, a lot of writing. The course lasts a week. Each like instead of going there like Mondays and Wednesdays, whatever, there'd be 1 week of lessons. Then after you're done that week, you do the next week, up to 8 weeks. So that's one of the things with summer classes. You get shorter, a shorter semester, but they jam fill it with stuff. They just jam fill it. They try and fit 16 weeks of course material into 8 weeks. And that can be interesting. And I want my lady of the universe. That's what I call her. See her back there? I don't know if you can see the picture too. If you can see the picture well, but It's like the lady trying to point to the well anyways. It's like the lady um oops, one this side. Um Surrounded by planets, and then you have like the earth, and you have some fairies in there, and her hand is up, and there's like a fairy. It's like she's speaking to it, and I call her the Lady of the Universe. Um, so I like showing my Lady of the Universe. Anyways, um, so yeah, I started designing program. Um, there are some videos that I am planning, and there's some new things I figured out with video. I don't know if I'll have a chance to do it, but I am planning some more content with that. So still stay tuned. Um, anyways, there is also some monologues that I want to be reading. One is the To Be or Not to Be, you know, from Hamlet, William Shakespeare. I've always wanted to read that one. I just like that one. It's maybe maybe I'm a little bit weird, but I like those. You know, it's like he's talking about death, but it's from the same person that I love. Um, see, now I can't think of the name of the song. Mm, we have silence. At least I'm not doing well, okay, well, yeah, okay, 'cause that can be annoying. I'm trying to think of that song. I hear it a lot too on the mill. The mill is our classic rock station up here. It's by Blue Oyster Cult. Oh, Don't Fear the Reaper. I love that song. I have to be careful if I'm listening to the song while I'm driving because I just want to put my foot, that's on the gas. I just want to press that gas all the way and just like fly. And just something about that song. Something about the sound of it. I control myself. I of course control myself, but I just love that song. When I'm tired, 'cause I used to drive for a living and mega distances. And you can actually get fatigued easy by driving, long distances. And I used to, when that song came up, that would just peck me up, pep me up right away. So, anyways, I wanted to do an update. So stay tuned. Um, I haven't gotten any Yu-Gi-Oh cards lately, even though I've been kind of playing around with, making different decks. I did get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, um, but nothing per se. Definitely want to go back to that. And I also found a place here in Manchester where, well, actually there are two places, but one's more popular than the other, where I can actually go and they have like tournaments, so I can just be involved in a tournament, so I can actually see how my deck's played. And maybe if I get a little bit more money, 'cause it's kind of tight right now. It's like, low income pay. It's rough, you know. But when I get a little bit extra money, um, I'm thinking of also getting another video camera and actually doing more, 'cause watching Glee and watching different songs, it's like, I can make a music video with this. It just like come to me. It's like, yes, I can, and I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. You know, um, like I said, I'm a producer. these ideas come to me. So I kind of look like a producer now with the hat, the yellow shirt that matches my little Star Wars. You know, actually, it's not yellow; it's gold. My color. Anyways, I suppose that's about it. It's about 15 minutes or so. Um, what else? I think that is it. Just another thing. Season 1 and 2 of Glee is on Netflix. If you want to see season 3, you will have to go to Hulu Plus. And plus, there is something that had just started. They just played, I think it was like episode 3 of the Gleek. The Gleek, yeah. I'm thinking I'm working minute, Gleek, life is sweet. No, 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 no. But the Glee Project 2, because there's a bunch of Glee kids that they were seniors and they graduated, so they need new people. And I think they constantly get new people because, see, they need people to compete against because that's part of the show. So even though that, you know, people are trying to get onto the show, they may not be actually part of Glee, but maybe another, Glee thing that, turns out to be their um, competition. Anyways, it's still a fun show. It's a high school show, but it's not like the when someone says, "Oh, it's a high school show," and all of a sudden you get this image in your mind. It's not like that. It's actually good. There's some good storylines in it, and of course the music is good, and I love the music. I mean, I watch Fame, so it's kind of like Fame and the original Fame and Fraggle Rock together. So, anyways, that is it. It's 17 minutes. I'm just gonna wrap this up. Stay tuned for some more videos. Stay creative in the magic of life. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you.